While I don't agree with the statements you make in your video, Sveinung, and I also think your video was unnecessarily provocative and explicit, you make points that I think are worthy of an intellectual discussion. I also support your right to free speech and to say whatever you want to say, provided no one is being forced to listen. And given the title of your video, there should be no doubt to anyone as to what it is about. While I don't deny that pedophilia is not a choice, but is an innate bias like heterosexuality, and also that demonization of pedophiles by society probably does make a higher percentage of them prone to becoming rapists, I also can't condone adults having sex with children. Now, I do understand that there are examples of children whose sexual experience with an adult was positive in nature. Examples would include the case of Mary Kay Letourneau and Vili Fualaau, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and also the true story upon which the little Coochie Snorcher that could, skit, from the famous play The Vagina Monologues, is based. However, I don't think the fact that some people occasionally find the experience positive to be a good argument for having sex with children. There are far too many cases where the experience is not positive, and given the power imbalance between adults and children, I think it is far too risky to allow even consensual sex between adults and children, because it is almost impossible for a child to truly give informed consent. A young child cannot understand the full complexities of sex, and should not be burdened with having to sort his or her feelings out at such a young age. I do, however, fully support child sex education. As I see it, there is no reason any person of any age needs to be kept ignorant about one of the basic realities of our very existence, sex. Neither should children be taught to regard either sexual fantasies, sexual orientation, or masturbation as being in any way dirty or immoral, because they are not. To heap this kind of unnecessary guilt trip upon an impressionable young child through religious indoctrination can also be quite traumatizing. Children who are educated about sex are also less likely to fall victim to a sexual predator, and if it does happen, will be less traumatized by it and less likely to keep it secret. So in short, I would argue this. Educate children about sex? Yes. But don't have sex with them.